My chair just broke. Why do I remain calm when things are happening that are not good? Okay, anyways, I'm gonna give myself a tattoo today and I thought you might want to see that. Okay, so. I've done all of my tattoos on this arm besides this butterfly. The first tattoo I ever got it by a real person. Anyways, tattoos are expensive and it was like $60 to get these 3 dots that I wanted, and so I was like, no, that's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna spend $60. I'm poor, and I was also living with like $38 in my bank account. That was a crazy time of life. So anyways, I decided to buy some needles and some ink and go ham. So I did that, and I gave myself like a floral thing on my leg and a flower on my foot. The flower on my foot was the first one. It's just like a little daisy guy. Yeah, and then after a while, I was like, why don't I have a gun, like a machine? I can do it with a needle. Why can't I just get a machine? So I did. I bought a machine, and I actually bought 6 machines and a lot of ink. And then I did a bunch of like more detailed ones. I don't know if you can see that. I think you can. But yeah, I did like that leaf and this one and that guy. That was the first one I had experimented with like a different color. Actually, just kidding. My first one that I did was blue. It's the first one that I tried with like red, and I also mixed it with some black, so it was like a burnt color. It's a little dragony guy. I really like that. He's so cute. But I think that I need more, and so I'm gonna do that today. I don't know what I want to do though. I've been wanting, when I was a little kid, I would call butterflies buttflies, and I want it on my arm. So I'm gonna write buttfly along this butterfly, and just like I wrote lemon right there. Ooh, that's my little mole. But since I have tattoos, he kind of looks just like a tattoo now, so that's cool. But anyways, I wrote lemon, if you can see on my lemon that I did. But I kind of want to color it like green or like orange or something that's very obviously not lemon, because that is the way that I am, sadly. Anyways, so yeah, I'm gonna go surf the interwebs and decide what I want to do. But I think I'm just gonna do a buttfly on my butterfly tattoo, and then maybe I'll do some circles or some crazy things like that. Maybe I'll put like a circle on my forehead, like right here, or I could do like a mustache. Anyways, so it's time for me to get to it. I'm procrastinating because like actually I think I don't care. Maybe I do. I've done so many, but I always had this moment of like, will I regret this in like 30 years? And like most of the time I'm like, no, I won't regret it. But I'm writing buttflies on my arm, and so part of me is like, maybe you shouldn't do that. But part of me is also like, screw what you shouldn't do. You're only here for what, like 90 years? And I don't give a flying poop. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's time to do that. Let's go. You're not supposed to do tattoos in a house that has cats because you can get a blood disease. But I've done all of my tattoos in my house, and I have 2 cats. And there's a tip for you, but I'm not listening to it. So, hey there, blood disease. Okay. Every time I lick my lips, I feel like the Joker. I'm dyeing my hair green this week, so I'm gonna look like the Joker. For real! There's 2 different types of tattoo machines. Actually, I think there might be like 7 different types, but the 2 types that I have are the liner and the shader. And I just found out that the tattoo one that I was using was the shader for all of my like line ones, at least a few of them. It seemed to work okay because the needle that I was using was fine enough, but you learn something new every day, I guess. Just found out that I had run out of my normal tattoo ink that I use, and so I had this backed up Kurosumi Japanese tattoo ink. It's outlining ink. I don't know really what that means, and I don't know if that's better or worse than what I was using. So yeah, we're gonna test this out and see how it works. Oh my goodness, that was the fastest pigment I've ever seen in my life. Dude, that's so cool. Dude, this ink is amazing. Wow, maybe it's also because I'm using the right gun now, and so it's like, duh, of course we're working better. Anyways. Oh, I love this. This is so easy. I think I'm just gonna keep on doing tattoos now because that was literally beautiful. Oh my goodness. And it's as easy as that. Okay, so what do we want to do next? Okay, so I'm just gonna do an eye right here. I decided to do an eye. This was kind of subconsciously, but now I'm seeing that I definitely did this. It's an eye, but it has a snake pupil. And that's because humans can be just as snaky as snakes are. So there's your little IV tidbit. This is what happens when you get a little trigger happy and leave the pedal on while you're trying to dip. So here I'm just going over the lines again to make sure that everything is all filled in and dark as I want it. It's looking pretty good so far. I'm really impressed with this ink, and the liner gun makes a big difference. Ooh, yeah, that's pretty much exactly how I wanted it. Sick nasty. Cool. So for now, that's what she's gonna look like. I think I might eventually add some green, just like in here, but we'll see. Okay, so I've always loved drawing cartoons, and I've been wanting to, for quite a while, put one on my arm, but I've not had the resources before, I think. Just because stick and poke cartoons are not very easy, but this liner gun and this ink is being nice to me. I decided to just actually take out the rest of it and do a little bit of a different face with that mouth because I'm in love with the mouth and I want the rest to be amazing too. This little guy is to symbolize my crackhead energy, and all of the, I feel like there's 70 of him jumping around when I'm in public, and that's why I love this so much. Today I did this little eyeball guy and that little crackhead guy and this butt flies. Feeling fine, feeling fresh. That was so fun. I think the thing that I love most about tattoos is that, for one, it's expression. I always am talking about expression because it's one of the most important things to me, being able to put out how it is in here or put out how I feel or whatever. But yeah, I just love that I can just like whip out my gun and just make me some tattoos that are lifelong commitments, but whatever. Anyways, yeah, I love the fact that I can just do my own art on my arms and have a great time. We're only here for 90 years, and I think that the amount of joy and fun that it gives me right now makes it worth it if I don't love them when I'm older. I have a feeling that I probably will always like them because I tend to be pretty sentimental, and like I did them all myself besides the one. And so I'll probably be like, back in the day when I was a young whippersnapper, I whipped out the old machine and stuck it into my arms, granddaughter. And then I'll give her all the tips that I have. This is gonna be amazing. Anyways, so yeah, tattoos are really special to me, and I've always been the kid to like draw on myself. Like literally since I was a little guy, I always drew on myself in church and or school or wherever I was. And yeah, dreaming of the days that I could get a real tattoo. But yeah, I love tattoos. They're fun. Okay, so that's all that I have for you. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Next week, I'm gonna be posting a video on how to use all of this stuff and how to like assemble the guns and use the power supply and all of that. But for today, this is all I got. So anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week.